Hi, this is Lisa Piper from lisapiper.com. Another writer came and asked me about how I organize my files, and she got on my computer and was looking through my stuff. So I thought I'll put a webisode together and give some tips on how I typically organize my files. She was looking on how I did A Mile Below Paradise, Lost City of Airdrie. Well, all of my books have some certain organization that I do to make sure that I don't make as many mistakes and that everything is compiled in an orderly manner. You may have some better ways of doing things, but these are just some tips on how I organize my projects. For more information on my writing, go to www.lisapiper.com.
So let's get started. Under my documents, I always have a folder called My Writing. I have a lot of projects under this folder. Now to make a folder, you just right-click, go on to New, and then Folder. Then you use that folder to save things in. And you can make more folders to help organize your files from there. I don't want to keep that, so I'm going to delete it. I'm going to talk to you about my novel called A Mile Below Paradise, Lost City of Airdrie. Now when I make my folder names, it's not for the world to see, so I just named them something simple, and for my folder for this book, it's called Airdrie. Underneath of this folder, I have my work organized in 6 different subfolders. These are the basic folders that I use for any project that I'm working on. The first folder that I have is called Publishing Paperwork. I wrote Do Not Delete on this folder because I tend to delete things when I don't make a note to not delete it. So I've actually deleted entire novels before and had to retype them. That was miserable. So much of what I do because I learned the hard way. Now, Airdrie Publishing Paperwork, do not delete. What I have in this folder are contracts, ISBN number, information. I have my Library of Congress numbers. Any paperwork dealing with my novel, I'm going to place in that folder. One place for everything. Under the research folder, I keep all of the information that I would need concerning research I'm doing, and then I have subfolders under there. These are mostly characters that are in my novel, just information I may need to refer to later on. I also keep a folder in here called Characters Defined. There are software programs that help you define your characters. I tend to just have a document where I define mine. I don't like going back and forth between windows. Maybe it's the hard way, I don't know, but it's the way I like to do it. I'm going to show you an example of what would be underneath of that folder. Now I just created Jessica James's character profile just for you. Each one of my characters get a profile. By the time I'm finished assigning the profile, I pretty much know this character inside and out. The more prominent the character in my book, the more time that I take with their profile. This is important because I want to know their personality, how they respond to others. Also, sometimes I might forget, hey, what color were her eyes? I'll go to the profile sheet instead of having to do a search on my novel. For Jessica James, I write down her personality. I write down their hair, information about their eyes, facial features, character history notes so that I can refer to those. Their height, you don't want them to be 6 foot at the beginning of the novel and 5'4" at the end. Physical characteristics, I also cover special characteristics here as well. Their education, friends and family, dates to remember, location of their homes. Now, I once had someone living in a brick house and then later on an apartment. Thankfully, I caught that boo-boo, but that taught me to go ahead and profile where they live, who they live with. Sometimes I even put how much they pay a month. Other notes to remember, I just have that down there in case there's something that I would want to write. Now in one novel I had my character Gabrielle in Rescuing Gabrielle drove a Jeep. One of my readers wanted to know what color the Jeep was. I didn't think that was important, but apparently it bugged her, so I said, the Jeep was yellow. From then on out I tried to be pretty descriptive without overdoing it. So that takes care of my research. Oh, here's another little tip. If I'm doing research on the computer, one thing I will do is I may copy the information from the website And then, let me see if I've got one of these in here so I can show you. Maybe under Amelia Welby. I was looking up information on Amelia Welby, and I found this website that was really great. So I copied the content from the website and I pasted it for my personal use because, sometimes you may go look for a website and it's not there anymore. I also want to make sure I know where I got the information in case I need to look again or in case I need to credit someone. So at the very beginning, before I paste the information, I paste the URL. And then I come down and I paste the content. The next folder is my Airdrie Research photos. I guess that should be research photos. Okay, under this category, I put all of the photos related to my novel in this folder. Now, if you take a look at this folder, there is a Word document located in there. I did research, and a man gave me some photographs of his family. He is a descendant of Airdrie. And I wanted to know who gave me the pictures, information about them, and anything else pertinent. So I wrote that on a Word document, and so I saved that document in with the pictures. Another thing that I do, let me go into Buell here. I went to St. Louis to do some research at Bellefontaine Cemetery. Each photograph here I have it named where I took the picture, Bellefontaine Cemetery, November 2009, and what I was doing. This is research for the Buell Mason part of my novel. So label your pictures. Airdrie writing. Now, somewhere you have to put your actual novel. I do not typically use a different kind of software. I usually use Word. But I left these to show you something. The first novel that I ever had published was a disaster in that I sent in the wrong edit. Now the storyline was fine, but there's all kinds of errors in there that should not be. And it's because I sent in the wrong edit. So what I do now is I always put the date on the file. I also put the date on there. Now, after Jeanette edited my book, it says Jeanette edit 12/2/09. After Jeanette finished with her edit, this was the product. Paul edited it later, and so I have the product Paul 5/5/2010. So definitely this edit's going to be better than this earlier edit. Now the check sheet of work that needs to be done, I also put that in this folder, and that would be things like get the ISBN number, get the Library of Congress number, do research on so and such. Now this is important for me because when I'm in the middle of creativity, it kind of stifles my creativity to have to stop and research something. So like if I'm writing about someone starting a fire with flint, I don't want to stop my writing and go figure out how they do that if I don't know how to do it, and I don't. So except for watching Survivor. So in my check sheet of things that need to be done, I'll just quickly type in there, find out how to make a fire with flint, and then I might reference the page number where I need it. Also, in that part of the copy of the novel, I will highlight it and make a note, insert how to do flint here. So anyway, that's just a little sheet that I do so that I don't forget to do things in the book. Any information that the graphics person will need for cover design, I place in this folder. In the cover design photo, I put anything that the graphic artist is going to need for the cover. I have the picture, information, when I get the wording for the back of the cover, reviews, whatever, ISBN number, that all goes in the cover design folder. And the other folder is the marketing folder. I was traveling to another city and someone requested that my book be placed in their store. So I wrote that down, got the contact information, I stuck it in my marketing folder. Information on my media kits, letters that I send out, anything to do with marketing, including graphics for bookmarks, postcards, business cards, anything like that. I put that in my marketing file. So I have important paperwork, research folder, photo folder, my actual writing folder, cover design, and marketing. 6 folders to create one book. I hope that's been helpful to you. I'm Lisa Piper. Have a great day.